Just in case some of you good folks did not hear, maybe you're not hip to it, you know what I'm saying? I'll do my best to bring you up to speed about the situation. Tyronn Lue, who just happens to be the head coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA, the National Basketball Association, he recently decided to step down as the active head coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers, stating personal health issues. Okay, I take that seriously also, you know what I'm saying? If that's what it is, then that's what it is, okay? But, Mr. Tyronn Lue, he sounds he apparently he sounded very optimistic. He was like, you know what? No, I'm not quitting. I'm just taking a break, right? Basically, that's what he was saying. I'm taking a break right now to focus on my personal health issues. I'm going to tend to that, and then I'm going to come back, to be the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers again, the active coach. The person that's filling in for him, I forget his name right now, does nothing for me. I don't know anything about him, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, it's Joe Dumars. It's like, oh, I know who Joe Dumars is. This guy, I don't know who he is. So, whatever. But, okay, so Tyronn Lue, basically, he's doing that for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that's fine. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people that are familiar with this story, you might be saying, oh, well, the reason that this is happening is because of LeBron James, Okay. Here's why, I look at it like this. Me personally, I look at it like this. If LeBron James has anything to do with this, I feel like it's indirect, but also, if you're a thinker like I'm a thinker, indirect can easily mean direct. And let me speak on this real quick, you know what I mean? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Man, let me tell you a story first. Let me take you back to the 1990s. Now, back in the 1990s, when Michael Jordan, he came back from his retirement. He came back in 1995 to the Chicago Bulls. Okay. Now, when he retired in 1993 from basketball, when he retired as a Chicago Bull, he retired on top. You know what I'm saying? They just won 3 straight championships in 1991, 1992, 1993. So he comes back to the Chicago Bulls. He's the greatest NBA player of all time, Some say the greatest basketball player of all time. Could be. So when Michael Jordan came back, I'm looking at it like this. I think he's a competitor. Some say he's the most fierce competitor in basketball history of all time. He's the most fierce competitor. So he's used to winning. So, of course, when he came back to the Chicago Bulls in 1995, I think, this guy wants to win. He's used to winning. He left on top. I'm rich, bitch. He left on top. He wants more rings, So it's like, okay, I could deal with that. I'm a Knicks fan, but I won't hold that against you. So anyway, so he came back, and when he came back that first year, okay, they did not win the title or anything, and I think he expected that. But then the next 3 years, 1996, 1997, 98, they won championships. So I just feel like it was something like he's used to winning and he wants to win, and that's what was going to happen. I don't know what else to say about that. Now, let's fast forward a little bit to Mr. Kobe Bryant. Yes, Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, that basically said himself that he patented his whole game off of Michael Jordan's. That's fine. That's your business. We all copy something, right? The Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA championship, in 2000, 2001, 2002. Okay. And then they lost the finals against the Detroit Pistons in 2004, and then Shaquille O'Neal leaves. And I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, if you can correct me, if you think I got something wrong, if you want to correct me, by all means, please do so. Comment box below, by all means. Open narrative. I think it was in the year, 2004, come on. No, 2006. 2006. I think this was the year. After that season, the Lakers weren't doing, there was a few seasons, the Lakers were okay, but they weren't doing so well. They weren't doing so well. I think 2006 was the year that I think they didn't make the playoffs, or when they would make the playoffs, they would usually get eliminated in like the first round or something like that. I think 2006 was the year that Kobe Bryant was like, possibly entertaining trade talks or demanding a trade perhaps or something like that. That's back when I watched TV. I found out about this on ESPN. It's like, okay, because I used to watch ESPN religiously as a kid. But anyway, that was the word. You know, I mean, come on, 2006 too. Also, you know, I mean, come on, Shaquille O'Neal with the Miami Heat, they won a championship. I mean, and as competitive as Kobe Bryant is, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like of course, good for him. Eventually the Los Angeles Lakers got it back together, and in 2009 and in 2010 they won championships again. So Kobe has 5 rings. Cool. Okay. Now let's bring this back to LeBron James. If I understand this correctly, I don't have the years count in my head right now. Apparently, LeBron James has been in the NBA Finals with more than one team, you know, because he went to the Miami Heat for a few seasons. He's been in the NBA Finals consecutively for what, like 8 years now or something like that? Okay. Whatever. It's cool with me. It's cool with me. He's a great player. It's cool with me. It's cool with me. For this season in particular, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you know, LeBron might, I don't want to say, I don't know if it's panic mode or just, number one, it does not look like the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to come out of the Eastern Conference as the Eastern Conference champions and go to the NBA Finals to challenge for the NBA championship in this season of 2017-2018. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. You got the Celtics, you got the Toronto Raptors. It just doesn't look like that's going to happen. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Now, the point, you know, what I was talking about earlier supports the point I'm trying to make now. LeBron is used to winning. He's used to being in the finals every year, whether he wins or loses. He's used to being in the NBA Finals. I mean, come on. I mean, multiple teams get to the finals every year? That's crazy. I remember seeing old videos of him before he went to the NBA when he was in high school, and it was just like, he's gigantic. Like, one thing I said about him when he first came to the NBA, I was like, he's basically Karl Malone with more athleticism and more skills. It's like, because he could do whatever he wants, and he's gigantic. He's huge. You know, it's like, okay. You know, maybe the equivalent of Lawrence Taylor in the NFL. When he first came into the league, it's just like, oh, this guy is, whoa. Holy crap. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it like this. I think LeBron James is used to winning. And maybe it's maybe the situation is maybe the key word here is maybe he has the vibe like, you know, this team I got right here, we may not make it to the NBA Finals this year. Obviously, LeBron James is quite accustomed, used to being in the NBA Finals. He's been there for like, what, the last 8 years or something. So, okay, I can deal with that. I can understand that, but we still got to be realistic. Do I personally think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to make it to the NBA Finals at the moment? No. I think the Celtics are better. I think the Toronto Raptors are better now. But you never know. You never know. I think LeBron James has proven that he can carry a team. You know, in the NBA Finals last year, he was doing his thing. It's just the Golden State Warriors were way too much, and now they have Kevin Durant. It's like, what are you going to do, brother? It's like, come on, man. Come on. They have Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant was kind of dogging LeBron a little bit. He was dogging him. He was showing him how to do this, son. He really was. You know, you got to give him his props. But, you know, in a lot of the games, LeBron was getting loose. Offensively, they could not stop him, but he needed more. He needed support. He didn't, you know, Kyrie, Kyrie, was Kyrie ever there? No, yeah, well, Kyrie Irving was there, but it's just, it wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. They had Kevin Durant. Like, it just wasn't happening. Another one of the best players in the NBA right now. So it just wasn't happening. I mean, the Golden State Warriors, they look like they're relative to what you may call or refer to as murderer's row for the New York Yankees years ago, way before I was born, you know. I'm just saying personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying personally. And so, you know, LeBron is he's used to winning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's used to winning. So he may be going through a little bit of frustration right about now, because to him, it may be looking like, you know what, this team doesn't look like it's going to get to the NBA Finals, and I'm on this team, so I personally have a problem with that. I think if they do not get to the NBA Finals this year, there is a good chance that LeBron will leave and go to another team. I don't know if it's going to be the Golden State Warriors. I'm not talking crazy, but I'm just saying, just pay attention to stuff. Going back to my man, Mr. Tyronn Lue. Okay, he's stepping down as active coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers because he wants to pay attention to his personal health issues, which is fine. Of course, you should do that. Do I think LeBron James had anything to do with that? Indirectly, perhaps directly. I think, look, obviously when it comes to LeBron James, to me, I think LeBron James is very smart. He's very hip, especially when it comes to politics. Outside of the NBA, I give LeBron James props because he talks some really good stuff. He says some really good things, some very important stuff, in particular on behalf of the Black community in the United States of America. I'll give him props for that. Absolutely. I'll give him props for that. But however, what did I just say? He's hip to politics. So that doesn't even mean just out in, civilization in the world outside of the NBA. No, that also applies to the NBA also. I think he's very political. I think he's quite the politician. Now, come on, man. This is Tyronn Lue's the head coach of the team, whether you agree with him or not. Tyronn Lue is the head coach of the team, Mr. LeBron James. Okay? Just because you don't like something that he said to you, does not mean that it's cool for you to scream on him or bark on him during a game, or any human being for that matter. Coach, teammate, whatever. That doesn't give you that right to do that, to bark on this man, to scream on this man on a nationally televised game. You're supposed to be a team, right? Are you on the same team? Are you paying attention yet? That does not mean that you have the right to do that. I think that's whack. I think that's really whack. I think that's really lame. It's like, come on, dude. Come on, LeBron. Come on. Okay, yeah, you're one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Absolutely, I'll give you that. Absolutely. Are you better than Michael Jordan? No. But you are one of the best NBA players of all time. You're definitely in the top 10. I can't argue that. I think you're definitely in the top 10 as one of the greatest NBA players of all time. But that does not give you the right to be an absolute genetic jackass. That does not give you the right to be an absolutely astronomical asshole. Do you understand how this works? You can't do that. You can't do that and expect for people to take your crap and be like, ooh, yummy, I want more. What the heck is wrong with you? That's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, like, peep some of LeBron's moves. You know what I'm saying? This ninja has the nerve to talk about, oh, I'm the king of New York, and talking all this stupidity and stupid crap. The thing, recording himself and the teammates on the subways in New York City, like that's supposed to mean something to real New Yorkers like myself. So what? You got on the damn train. So what? So what? So what? Come on, B. I mean, to me, sometimes he does a little too much. He does a little too much. I don't know if it's his ego. It's definitely his ego. It's absolutely his ego. I don't know if it's his ego. It's his ego. But I'm just saying. It's like, LeBron, come on. You got to relax with that dude. And I think, Mr. Tyronn Lue taking a break, basically because of his personal health issues. Does LeBron have anything to do with that? Me personally, I would say yes. Whether you want to say directly or indirectly, I would say yes. You know what I'm saying? Because they were saying something like what? Stress issues, this, that, da. Like I said, LeBron wants to win. That's what I was talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant earlier on. LeBron wants to win. LeBron wants to win right now. He wants to get back to the NBA Finals and go for a championship. He wants his opportunity, which is fine. That's cool. I think everybody wants that opportunity each year. But I feel like, LeBron is looking at it like, the team doesn't look like they're going to do anything right now or something like that. It's like, okay, we may not make it back to the finals, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2018. Okay. So he's looking at it like that. I mean, that one, real talk, for me, that one game where he was shouting out on Tyronn Lue, that is the head coach of the team, asshole. That one game he was doing that, I was just like, dude, are you freaking serious? You're feeling yourself a little too much, Mr. LeBron James. You're feeling yourself a little too much. I don't care how talented of a basketball player you are. I don't care how much I might agree with some of the crap that you say off of the basketball court outside of the NBA when you're talking about politics and stuff on behalf of the black people in the United States of America. You know, I rock with that. That's cool. But that does not give you a free pass to just go crazy on the court. That does not give you a free pass. And the way that I see it, that does not give you a free pass to talk crazy to your head coach of the team. That's very disrespectful. Okay. You are not above everything. Okay. You are not above everything. You got to cut that out. You got to cut that out. Because you know what? The way that I see it, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. You got to cut that out. You got to cut that out. Cut it out, dude. Quit playing. Quit playing. I just thought that was so disrespectful. I just thought that was so disrespectful. I was like, is this guy freaking for real? Oh, I'm the great LeBron James. His nickname is King 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 James. I mean, come on. Real talk. Come on, dude. Come on. King James. That's great. But come on, dude. You know, you can call yourself King James or Overlord James or Emperor James or Master of the Universe James. It doesn't matter. The fact is, so what, man? The fact is, so what? And that does not give you the right to be disrespectful, especially to your head coach, just because, oh, you're LeBron James. And, you know, your word seems to matter a whole lot, especially, I would think, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though apparently the office management is not as good as other companies' office management, other NBA franchises. But I'm just saying, you know, and I don't want to spend too much more time talking about this because, you know, LeBron James, sometimes I think he's okay. And obviously he does a lot of whack crap quite often. So what do you think about it? You know what I'm saying? Put it in the description box below, please. I want to hear your comments. You want to correct me on something that, you know, you're a little more hipper about than I am. Let me know. I just think LeBron is really whack for that. And there is a good chance that I think he did indirectly. I would think indirectly, maybe directly, but I would think indirectly he does have something to do with, you know, Tyronn Lue, like, you know, being like, you know, chill, I'm going to just take a break and, you know, focus on my personal health issues because, you know, talk about stress and anxiety or whatever, things like that, you know, I mean, come on. You know, you got your star player, Mr. LeBron James, the #1 on your team, you know, screaming at you like you're a freaking child. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy, Mr. LeBron James? I know people that scrap for that. I scrap for that. Are you crazy? Who the you think you talking to? Nah, I don't play that. I don't play that. You know, and you folks, you should not either. I don't play that. I don't care if you're from Cleveland. I don't care if you like LeBron James. No, when he's wrong, he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And people, you, whatever, you need to call him out on that crap. It's just to me, it's just that simple. It's like you need to call him out on that crap because he's not right. He's not right. He can say whatever he wants, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Mr. Politician James, whatever. You need to call him out on that crap. You need to call him out on that crap. That's really all